Alright, I want to set some fireworks to music in this next show here. And I need to know how fast the fuse is going to burn. We've got here is what we call perfect fuse. There's two different types of perfect fuse. It's supposed to burn 10 feet per second. So I have 4 3-foot strands of it. I'm going to light it and time it. Down here, medium artillery fuse, supposed to be 5 feet per second. And here's your cannon fuse, supposed to be 24 to 30 feet per second. And I've got a surprise underneath. So let's start with the cannon fuse since we're down here. It's supposed to burn 24 to 30 feet per second. Let's see how long it takes 2 feet to burn. Two feet burned in 13 seconds. I think that just answered another question I had. If you put something over top of it to cover it up, does it turn into a fast match? I think it did. I always cover my fuses to prevent a crossfire situation. But here, this just opened up another experiment for me to have to do later. I don't want the fuse flying around all over the place. I guess it's going to be flying around all over the place. Put one piece of tape in the middle of it or something. Alright. Try 2 feet again. We got 13.2 seconds. We're going to have a crossfire here. We just passed the 13-second mark. So guess what? If you cover the fuse with tape, it burns a whole lot faster. We're at 26 seconds, twice as long as it took that other fuse to burn inside of the tape. That's very interesting. "45 seconds, 22.5 seconds per foot." Okay, well, I don't want to burn this stuff covered up anymore. Because that makes it burn too fast. Your timing is going to be extremely erratic. You're going to have to find a different way to prevent crossfires during a show. Alright, let's try this 5-second per foot fuse after I write down my results. Cannon fuse, fuse A, not applicable.
These nuts.
B, 45.07 seconds. 22.5 seconds. Yeah. Let's try this 5-second. It's pretty purple. Okay. And 2 feet of it burned in 6 seconds. I'd say that's more like 3 seconds per foot fuse. What do you think, Assistant Allen? 5.99 seconds for 2 feet. That's
Some
3
more
seconds
firework
per
stuff.
foot.
More firework stuff.
More firework stuff.
Do it.
this nice and set up so I wouldn't have to do this on the video. But we learned something about putting tape over the fuse, didn't we? Now, what are we going to have to do about that? Cover it with aluminum foil, maybe? Not touching it. I think that'll speed up the flame too. What?
Nothing.
All right. Medium fuse, fuse B. Ow! 7.5 seconds. That came off the same roll too. It's not very consistent. Careful, boys and girls. This stuff will burn you. Don't play with it unless you're under adult supervision. All right, let's try a 3-foot section of perfect fuse. According to the manufacturer, it should be 30 seconds of burn time.
Firework stuff. These nuts. Firework stuff.
And we had a crossfire even with the tape. Exactly 30 seconds. And the one covered with the tape burned about twice as fast. I'm not going to burn the other two. I'm not going to waste my fuse.
Firework stuff.
Firework stuff. Okay. I'm not going to do this with tape on it. Here's 2 5-foot sections of fast fuse. It's the fuse I have the most of. I always say it burns 5 feet per second. Now, I wanted to see if that was actually true. So here, let me write down my results. Perfect fuse, I'm going to say we got 10 seconds per foot. Now, check this stuff out. I use it mainly for wire fusing together 2 or 3 cakes that I want to go off at the same time, or for finale shots if I want a 36 shot mortar rack to go off all 36 tubes at the same time, or 100 for however many. Let's see what we get with 5 feet of fast fuse. .57 seconds. 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds for a 5-foot piece. Let me try that again. One result does not an experiment make. 1.5 seconds. I'm surprised by that. I was surprised by that result. Assistant Allen, how about you?
No.
Nope. Because it's science and you're never sure of the result.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what result we get this time. .41 seconds for 5 feet.
Fire.
Almost needed the fire extinguisher. Okay, so we'll try to figure this out. Kill it.